How is it going, my computer duders? It's that time again. No, not time to coat ourselves in grease and get in the bathtub. Time to play a horror game. It's fucking October, and Halloween is creeping up on us. So I went through my Steam library and one by one tried to get things to work, and this is the only one that worked properly in VR and could record with OBS. I really wanted to do Alien Isolation, but that wouldn't fucking work. I also recorded a full episode of me playing Five Nights at Freddy's, which is the 3D VR remake of Five Nights at Freddy's, only to discover after the fact that it didn't record my voice. How's that for a kick in the mean bean machine? It was not pleasant. I would not categorize it as pleasure. What the fuck is happening? When I turn my head, I'm not moving my body. But the whole... Okay, the basic implementation of my head, my perspective in the world is not correct. That's going to color my perception of the rest of the game, just warning you. Oh no, incomprehensible moon runes! Is this math? Am I looking at math here? Apparently not, okay. What did it say? I should probably pay attention to shit. I'm going right back. I'm going to buy a drink, be right back. Yeah, that's what my dad said. Not falling for that again. What? This Thai amulet. I'm in a fucking hospital room. I'm already finding magic amulets. What's out there? Okay, checking the time. What is out there? Looks like Silent Hill. It's never promising outside in these games. Otherwise, you would be like, why don't I just go out of this building and fucking run away from the fucking haunted hospital? Oh, that's neat. I can hold A and use the thumbstick to... I like that. That's a good implementation of penumbra-style door physics. Oh no, more incomprehensible moon runes! Aliens have been here. Oh, well, that's kind of a strange thing to have in a bathroom. What? Oh, cool. The refraction effects through the glass. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, mildly spooked. 0.2 on the spook meter. I can't turn off snap turning, can I? No, I can't. That stinks. I'm just taking a dump in here, Dad. Let your fucking... You try to rub one out in the bathroom and you can't fucking get any peace. No triggers, do nothing, sub glitch out. Ow. Well, someone's laughing out here. Maybe it's a funny situation, not a scary one. Graphics are good. I like the graphics in this. They're simple, but they don't have to be complex. It's just depicting a hospital. There's not a lot of geometric complexity necessary, and the shaders on the glass in particular are very impressive. Nope. Can I use the right thumbstick there to fucking open the doors? No, I can't. It's like Silent Hill in the sense that all the fucking doors are locked. Apparently in hell, every door is locked. Oh, that's spooky. It has the scariest thing inside of all. Nothing. Nothingness. Oh! And ghost wheelchairs. Could there be disabled ghosts? Do you automatically take on whatever form as a ghost that your body was in when you died? Because that would suck. Unless you died like young and fit and beautiful, then all ghosts would just be disabled elderly people who need ghost wheelchairs to get around even in the afterlife. It can't possibly be like that. That would suck bad. I want to do Five Nights at Freddy's over again. I think I may have fucked up the settings. That was a really impressive indie game. That's a fan tribute, and yet it's better than the original game by far, and more in line with what the original game should have been, in my opinion. That's implicit, though, I think. Spooky elevator. Spooky elevator. Why are you whispering, brah? It's hard to understand you. If you want to scare me, I need to be able to understand what you're saying. Did I have a choice of floors? Also, when I move, my whole body goes like that, which makes me less accurate when I'm pointing. It would be helpful if instead let my actual body control my body movement. Less like a video game, more like a VR sim. Promising, though, so far. More alien speech. Left bumper. Oh, good. I don't actually have to get down to crawl. Spooky ball. Is this what Thai people think is scary? It's really well implemented. For a cheap game, the quality of this is pretty stellar, but so far it's not scary. Oh, that's cool. I would like touch support because it would make more sense for opening the door that way if I had touch control. That is not proper use of a wheelchair. You're going to have to reread the employee manual. I don't remember this. I don't think I ever did a video of this before, which is why I'm doing Let's Play now. Huh. I remember playing the demo. I know in the demo the ghost is a hot chick, which makes it really hard to be scared. You can have like a fear boner, because she's... Oh, spooky, spooky! Are the bugs also ghosts? Are those ghost cockroaches? Uh-oh. I can't walk faster than this. I can't move faster. Or can I? How do I run? None of the buttons run. I just kind of stumble around. I can lurch. Right bumper does not run. Left bumper crouches. My nose is running all over my fucking body because I'm sick. I shouldn't be playing scary games when I'm sick. Oh no, that's fucking scary, dude. The exact thing that happened a minute ago. A minute and 20 seconds. Okay, they need to fix movement so it doesn't move the body independently of my actual body. I need to fix the implementation of the head movement so that it doesn't move, shift your perspective, like distort things. You know what I'm talking about. That's how I trigger it, right? Yep. Okay, now I can run. Now I can run. Uh-oh. 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 Spoopy ghost ladies. Zombie ghost, leave this place. Oh, fuck, what? Can I... Okay, that was pretty scary. What is it with Asians and undead women as the monster in every one of their movies? Are they just scared of women? Are they scared of falling in love? I hope that's not going to be the whole game. Just running from... Yep, hot girls. And I don't mean to rag on it for that. I'm not Anita Sarkeesian. But if it's a horror game... Yeah, look at this. This is not scary. This scares my boner. It brings my dead boner back to life. That was my problem with Starship Troopers also. Everybody was a supermodel in the military. I don't know, anybody with any military experience, there's not a lot of hot people around every corner on a military base. So I'm not trying to go full social justice derp on you, but if it's a fantasy game, if it's like a Final Fantasy, okay, you can have a lot of beautiful people in it. But if it's a horror game, realism is your friend, and you should try to set the stage. Set the stage by putting the player initially in a world that is very, very similar to the real world, as close as possible, including not having everybody be gorgeous, just having ugly regular people. Is that you okay, brah? Brah, you okay in there? Oh, he's playing a fucking phone game or something. What's over here? Yeah, it feels floaty because the in-game character moves their head and body independently of my head and body movement, which is a big no-no for VR game design. If you're going to have the player moving around, you let them do it. Let them move their body, and don't. There shouldn't be any movement of the environment with your head. It should be rock solid, and your head should move around within that. Scripted sequence, go. Some dude with a pipe. Decent assets. I mean, okay. Decent might be a strong word. At least I can run now. The demo was entirely inside the hospital and was tiresomely stealth based. Like you just had to crouch behind things and avoid a patrolling monster, which was just a hot chick with blood on her. Like I want to be scared. Bugs are not necessarily frightening. Okay, now my control options are starting to expand. Oh no, tiny zebras, exactly like from my nightmares. They must have read my dream journal. I don't know. I don't know anything about your culture, so I couldn't tell you. Oh no, spooky lizard! Maybe that's a scary thing in Thai culture. I don't know. Sup, little bro? Sodas? Really? They bring sodas to the ghosts of. That's pretty bomb. I want to die in Thailand, so people bring me sodas. That's not a bad way to spend. Oh no. Oh, holy shit. I give it major props for that. In most games, this would be an impassable barrier. In this game, if you come across a waist high barrier, you can just hit a button and vault over it. That's pretty cool. I don't like the fact that there's a crosshair in the middle of my view. That probably shouldn't be there. Can I turn that off? Off, high, high. Advanced? Maybe advanced? I can't access advanced. There is no crosshair menu. There's not a lot of options in this game. Also, her accent makes it hard to be spooked. She doesn't sound scared, so why should I be? She just kind of sounds somber. And why is she here? There's not enough reason. Like, she explained the story of the hospital, but why would somebody voluntarily go check it out? I mean, I would, but I have problems, so. Brain problems. I like the phone. That's realistic. Like most people don't carry a flashlight. Everybody carries their phone, and everybody uses their phone as a flashlight. I want to see. I want to see less notebooks that you record notes in, and less flashlights in horror games, unless it's period appropriate. And I want to see more using your smartphone as a combination flashlight and notebook, because that's the mainstay of. Ever since Penumbra, the mainstay of horror games is you always have a flashlight and you always have a notebook. And the notebook is where you. Okay, that's right. I ignored the intro. She Arya is someone important to her, and she has reason to believe that she's in this hospital. Okay, that's the beginning of a plot. I like the mechanics so far, except that I can't use the touch controllers, and I've seen no reason so far why this game wouldn't be better with touch. You know, if you watch my videos, I'm not a touch snob. I'm not. But this is very much like Doom 3 so far. You would have your left hand be flashlight and right hand be what you. What? Why now? Why would you say that now? What the fuck? Who are you talking to? You think she can hear you? What? This is already several steps above the sort of shit I would play in Game Jolt, so I have to give it props. I think I only paid like $15 for this. This shows a lot of promise. It's halfway polished. There's just a couple of weird things. And there's no good reason I have seen so far, like I said, why this couldn't be touched and shouldn't be touched. This is a game. Not every game has to be touch. But this is a game where I'd appreciate being able to move the flashlight around independently with my hand, left hand. And it has physics-based door opening, which would work much better with motion controls than it does with a gamepad. I'm just saying. Just saying. Not that I'm one of those people who thinks they can get away with saying whatever they want if they just say, just saying afterwards. That's the shittiest thing. No switch, no switches? Those look like switches. I should be able to get in there, apparently. This is how I spend my time? Okay. This light will turn green, I assume, if I turn the power on. Is this real? In Thailand, do they put the phones this high? Is it like to keep you on your toes? Are they trying to encourage the locals to evolve to be taller, or to make them like feel nostalgic for childhood? I don't know, man. Can't open this. I really don't like the snap turning. There's really only a little bit of polish this needs to be truly great. Depending on your taste, what you like in horror games. It needs touch controls. It needs the ability to customize shit like smooth turning in the menu. I need to be able to turn off the crosshair. Stuff that most PC games have by default and are not considered complete without. I would say coming from Thailand, it's still impressive, but I don't know. I don't have any prior experience with how good or bad their games typically are. I think I've seen a Let's Play of a Fatal Frame style photography based ghost game from Thailand. They really like their ghosts in Thailand. As a materialist, it's difficult for me to take ghosts seriously. It'd be like a game where they play it totally straight, where the premise is that you receive $3 million from a Nigerian prince, and it's like a fuse. I need fuses. Okay. Well, that's some direction. I have a key too. I can open one of the doors now. This is better than Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, which doesn't really try to be an advanced game in its defense. So this handles like a game that was never meant for VR in the first place, but was adapted to VR. It has a lot of the movement cues that you would expect in a first-person PC game to make it feel less rigid. That doesn't work in VR. You can do that with a mouse and keyboard. You can't do that in VR. You need to adhere everything directly to their body and only have it perfectly mimic their body motion. Don't have any independent motion where the game character does something that the player has not done. Wow, that's a big ass fuse. How come only in horror games are fuses that big? I don't think I've ever seen a fuse that big in real life. Can I put one fuse in there and will it work? Do I need both? I also run like somebody who has a deuce in their pants and they're trying to get to the bathroom before they soil themselves further. Yeah, I have two now. This is where the ghost shows up, right? Yeah, this does not feel like a VR game. This feels like a PC first-person horror game adapted to VR without making any changes. It's good. I would probably enjoy this more. Have enjoyed this more before VR if I just played it using a mouse and keyboard, but I guess even as a VR game, it's okay. I mean, I'm pretty hard up for horror. What is there? There's Narcosis, which is stellar, but I've already played it a bunch of times. There's Dread Halls, which if I never play that again, it'll be too soon. I've just replayed that so many fucking times. There's almost nothing to it. It's like an arcade game level of complexity. No, I've been here. Where did I where did I go that I found the fuse box? I want to buy this phone that has some fucking stellar battery life. You have a friend whose phone is always dead and they never learn from it? They never buy a power bank? It's like power banks exist, bro. They think they won't make the same mistake the next time. I guess. I don't know what their thought process is. Like, in order to flip that switch, I had to hold A and push up on the control pad. It's very similar to the kinetic controls in Alien Isolation, where it makes you feel like you're interacting with the environment. You know what a better way to do that is, though? Touch controls. That's what touch controls are for. What's that sound? Elvis came out of a UFO and impregnated me with Bat Boy. National Enquirer. Sounds legit. Oh. Dr. Dr. Pinage. Watanavorawat. See, it's simple. It's just like that. See, Napawan. How do last names get that long? Is it considered impressive to have a long last name? Or in the Stone Age where they're like, let's make it a feature of our culture to have really long, difficult to pronounce last names just to confound our foreign enemies in the future. I'll be Bob and you can be Larry. I think it would have helped to start me out in a non-horror environment too. I talked about that earlier, but I cannot overstate the importance of establishing a baseline first before you get into weird paranormal stuff, because then we have something to compare it to. We don't, it's not as scary if it seems like the whole world inside this game is just a horror game. It's scary if it starts out normal and then gets progressively or steeply stranger, depending on your taste. But the first thing is to have should be normal. Also, what the hell? Look at this computer. What year is this? Is this a time travel game? Have I gone back to 1996? Is that or is that just like some they not have a lot of money in their budget to upgrade from Dell Inspiron computers? Another one. At least I could play Doom or something. Don't believe anybody who tells you Doom will run well on the 386. It will not. Even on my 486, I have to run it in low detail mode to get playable frames per second in full screen. I have a retro gaming rig, if you want to be obnoxious and call it a rig, and I do. It's 33 megahertz. Oh, the power's on now. I'm stupid. Yeah, you know what works better than text is audio recordings. I know it's way overdone, but there's a reason for that. It's because you can walk while you listen to it. You don't have to sit there and read. Nobody likes to read in a game, and especially in a VR game. Reading does not work well on a low resolution headset. 90% sure this was originally a traditional PC game. And I've teleported, just like in real life. Let's see what the time is. I think I've probably been at this long enough. I'm going to cut it short here and pick it up in another episode. So hit like and subscribe, and don't eat yellow snow unless you know you're into that sort of thing. There's a no judgment zone.